Come with me to a land painted in gold and green, a land where the sky is vast and the earth is ancient. This is Africa. We are standing on the great savannas, where life unfolds in its most honest and beautiful form. The sun is warm on our skin, and a gentle breeze whispers through the tall acacia trees. It carries the scent of dry grass and distant rain. This is a world untouched by the rush of modern life. It is a place where nature is still the true ruler, and every creature, big and small, plays a vital part in a grand, unending story. It is a privilege to stand here and simply watch. Imagine a horizon that stretches forever, broken only by the silhouettes of distant mountains and lone flat-topped trees. The air is so clear that you feel you can see to the very edge of the world. In the early morning, a soft mist hangs low over the plains, and the first rays of sunlight turn everything a brilliant, fiery orange. This is the stage upon which some of the planet's most magnificent dramas are performed daily. It is a place of immense space and freedom, where animals roam as they have for thousands upon thousands of years, following ancient paths carved into the very soul of the continent. Here, life is a delicate and powerful dance. Every sunrise brings a new beginning, a new chance for survival. The predator and the prey share the same waterholes, living in a state of watchful respect. To witness this is to understand the true balance of the natural world. It is not always a gentle place, but it is always fair. The rules are simple, and they have been in place for millennia. We are merely guests in this immense kingdom. Visitors who have been granted a rare opportunity to see life in its purest, most untamed state. It is a humbling and profoundly moving experience. As the day ends, the sun sinks low, painting the sky in shades of purple, pink, and deep red. The world grows quiet for a moment, holding its breath before the night begins. The stars emerge, not one by one, but in a brilliant, breathtaking flood, covering the sky like a blanket of diamonds. This is the Africa that awaits. It is a world of immense beauty, of quiet moments, and heart-stopping excitement. It invites us to slow down, to look closer, and to listen carefully to the ancient rhythms of the earth. It is a journey for the senses, and a journey for the soul. Look there, resting in the shade of a sausage tree. It is a pride of lions. The male, with his magnificent dark mane, lifts his heavy head and lets out a soft yawn. He is the king of this domain, and his presence commands respect. The lionesses, sleek and powerful, lie close by, their amber eyes watching the plains with a quiet intensity. They are the hunters, the providers for the pride. Together, they form a family unit built on strength, cooperation, and an unbreakable bond. They are not just symbols of power, they are complex social animals, and their lives are filled with moments of tenderness and play. A lion's roar is one of the most iconic sounds in all of nature. It is not simply a noise, it is a declaration. When a male roars, the sound can travel for more than 5 miles across the open savanna. It is a message to other lions, a warning to rivals, and a way to gather his pride. To hear it echo through the night is a truly unforgettable experience. It is a sound that speaks of raw, untamed power, a reminder that we are in a world where nature's voice is the loudest. The deep, guttural rumble seems to vibrate through the very ground beneath your feet. Life for a lion is not always easy. The cubs, full of playful energy, tumble and pounce on each other, practicing the skills they will one day need to survive. Their mother watches them with a patient and protective gaze. She will teach them how to hunt, how to stalk their prey with silent footsteps, and how to work together as a team. Every lesson is crucial. The savanna is an unforgiving teacher, and only the strongest and the smartest will grow to lead prides of their own. Watching them learn is like seeing the future of the savanna unfold right before your eyes. As the heat of the day subsides, the pride begins to stir. The lionesses stretch their long, muscular bodies and begin their silent patrol. They move with a grace that hides their incredible strength. They are looking for an opportunity, scanning the herds of zebra and wildebeest for any sign of weakness. Their hunt is a display of perfect coordination and strategy. It is a dramatic and powerful event, a fundamental part of the circle of life on the plains. To witness it is to understand the raw reality and breathtaking efficiency of the natural world, a world ruled by instinct and necessity. Now, let us turn our attention to another of Africa's great icons, the elephant. Here comes a family, moving slowly and deliberately across the plains. They are led by a great matriarch, an old female whose memory holds the key to the herd's survival. She knows where to find water in times of drought, and which paths lead to the best feeding grounds. Her wisdom, gathered over many long years, is the herd's most precious asset. The other elephants follow her with complete trust, their huge bodies moving with a surprising and gentle grace. Their deep bonds are truly remarkable. Elephants communicate in ways that we are only just beginning to understand. They use a wide range of sounds, from low rumbles that travel through the ground to loud trumpeting calls that echo across the landscape. Much of their communication is too low for human ears to hear. They also communicate through touch, greeting each other by twining their trunks together. This gesture is a sign of affection and reassurance. Watching a mother elephant gently guide her calf with her trunk is a beautiful display of the deep emotional connections that exist within these intelligent and sensitive families. The elephant's trunk is a marvelous tool. It is both incredibly strong and wonderfully delicate. An elephant can use its trunk to tear down a tree, but it can also use it to pick up a single tiny fruit from the ground. It is used for drinking, for smelling the air for signs of danger or the promise of rain, and for spraying themselves with water and dust to keep cool and protect their skin from the sun. It is a perfect example of nature's brilliant engineering, an appendage that is perfectly adapted to meet the many challenges of life on the savanna. It is a true wonder of evolution. To see elephants at a waterhole is to see a community at peace. They drink deeply, spray each other with joyful abandon, and cover themselves in thick, protective mud. The young ones splash and play, their small trumpets of excitement filling the air. It is a scene of pure, simple happiness. These gentle giants are the gardeners of the savanna, shaping the landscape by knocking down trees and spreading seeds over vast distances. Their presence is essential for the health of the entire ecosystem. They are a living, breathing part of the African wilderness, and their future is intertwined with its own. The savanna is home to far more than just lions and elephants. Its plains are a vibrant tapestry woven with the lives of countless other fascinating creatures. Look at the giraffes, the tallest land animals on Earth. They move with an elegant, slow-motion gait, using their long necks to browse on the leaves of acacia trees, far beyond the reach of other herbivores. Their patterned coats are like unique fingerprints, with no two giraffes having exactly the same design. They are the gentle watchtowers of the plains, their height giving them a perfect vantage point to spot any approaching danger from far away. And then there are the zebras, with their dazzling black and white stripes. They gather in large herds, and when they move together, their stripes create a confusing, shimmering spectacle for predators. It is a clever form of defense, a visual illusion that makes it difficult for a lion to single out one individual from the crowd. Each zebra's stripe pattern is also unique, a personal barcode in a sea of black and white. They are a constant, dynamic presence on the plains, their calls a familiar part of the savanna's daily chorus. Their energy seems to flow through the very grasslands they graze upon. We must not forget the seemingly less glamorous, but critically important, animals. The spotted hyenas, often misunderstood, are incredibly intelligent and successful hunters, with a complex social structure led by powerful females. The warthogs, with their amusing upturned tusks and tails held high like antennae as they run, are surprisingly tough and resilient, and high above, vultures circle in the sky. The cleanup crew of the savanna. They play a vital role in keeping the environment healthy by quickly disposing of carcasses, preventing the spread of disease. Every single creature has a purpose here. Down by the rivers, other dramas unfold. Huge herds of buffalo come to drink, their formidable horns a powerful defense against any predator foolish enough to challenge them. Hippos spend their days submerged in the cool water, emerging at night to graze on the grasslands. And lurking just beneath the surface is the Nile crocodile, an ancient predator that has changed little since the time of the dinosaurs. It lies in wait, a master of patience and ambush. The diversity of life here is simply staggering, a testament to nature's endless creativity and adaptability. Let us journey now to two of the most famous wild places on our planet, the Serengeti in Tanzania and the Masai Mara in Kenya. These are not separate places but two parts of one enormous, interconnected ecosystem. The name Serengeti comes from the Maasai word Seringet, Suri, which means the place where the land runs on forever, and you know when you stand here, you really understand why. The plains stretch out in every direction, a seemingly endless ocean of grass under a giant, open sky. It is a landscape of breathtaking scale and simplicity, a perfect stage for the drama of life. The Masai Mara, its northern neighbor, is a land of rolling hills, riverine forests, and open grasslands. It is named in honor of the Maasai people, who have lived in harmony with this land for centuries, and the Mara River that winds its way through it. The river is a lifeline for the region's wildlife, and its banks are often crowded with animals. This is a place of incredible wildlife density. You do not have to search for animals here, they are all around you. Honestly, it feels as if you have stepped into a world that is still in its infancy, a world teeming with life and natural wonder. Both the Serengeti and the Masai Mara are renowned for their healthy populations of big cats. It is one of the best places in the world to see lions, leopards, and cheetahs in their natural habitat. The open plains are perfect hunting grounds for the cheetah, the fastest land animal on Earth, which can accelerate to incredible speeds in pursuit of its prey. The elusive leopard, a master of camouflage, can often be found resting in the branches of a large tree, its beautiful spotted coat blending perfectly with the dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves. These parks are more than just destinations. They are living, breathing ecosystems. They are vast, unfenced wildernesses where animals are free to roam as they have for millennia. They follow the rains and the seasons, moving across the land in a continuous, ancient rhythm. To visit the Serengeti or the Masai Mara is to witness the world as it once was, a world governed by the laws of nature. It is a powerful and humbling experience, a reminder of the sheer beauty and importance of preserving these last great wild places on Earth for generations to come. Now, let us travel south, to South Africa's Kruger National Park. This is one of the oldest and largest conservation areas in Africa. Kruger is different from the Serengeti. It is a world of thick bushveld, woodland, and winding rivers rather than endless open plains. The vegetation is denser here, which means that finding animals can be more of a challenge, and therefore, even more rewarding. Every turn in the road can bring a new surprise. You might find a leopard draped over a tree branch, or a herd of elephants silently emerging from the thickets. The sense of anticipation is constant. Kruger is famous for its incredible biodiversity. It is home not only to the Big Five, lion, leopard, elephant, rhino, and buffalo, but to an astonishing variety of other animals and over 500 species of birds. The rivers, like the Sabi and the Olifants, are teeming with life. Hippos grunt in the deep pools, and crocodiles bask on the sandy banks. The bird life is a spectacle in itself, from the magnificent martial eagle soaring high above to the brightly colored lilac-breasted roller flitting from branch to branch. Kruger is a complete ecosystem, a microcosm of the African bush. Further west, in Namibia, lies a truly unique landscape, Etosha National Park. The heart of this park is the Etosha Pan, a vast, flat salt pan so large it can be seen from space. For most of the year, it is a dry, white, shimmering expanse of cracked earth. It creates a stark and beautiful backdrop that feels almost otherworldly. The name Etosha means Great White Place, and it is a fitting description for this incredible landscape. The heat haze rising from the pan can create mirages, making distant animals appear to float in midair, adding to the magical quality of the place. During the dry season, the wildlife of Etosha is drawn to the permanent water holes that dot the edges of the pan. This is what makes a safari here so special. You can simply park your vehicle at a water hole and wait for the animals to come to you. It is like watching a play unfold on a natural stage. Herds of zebra, springbok, and gemsbok arrive in clouds of dust, followed by elephants and giraffes. And where there are prey animals, predators are never far behind. Etosha offers a different kind of safari experience, one defined by patience, stillness, and the dramatic contrasts of the desert environment. There is one event in Africa that surpasses all others in its sheer scale and drama, the Great Migration. This is the continuous circular journey of more than 1.5 million wildebeest, accompanied by hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles. They are forever on the move, chasing the rains across the plains of the Serengeti and the Masai Mara. It is the largest overland migration of mammals on Earth, a relentless procession driven by the ancient instinct to find fresh grass and water. It is not a single event, but a constant fluid movement throughout the year. The sound of the migration is something you feel as much as you hear. It is a low, constant murmur of grunts, brays, and the thunder of millions of hooves on the dry earth. When the herds are on the move, the ground itself seems to tremble. Dust rises in great clouds, catching the golden light of the sun. From a distance, the procession looks like a single, enormous, living organism, flowing like a great river across the landscape. To be in its path, to be surrounded by this endless river of life, is one of the most powerful and awe-inspiring experiences the natural world has to offer. Perhaps the most dramatic moments of the migration occur at the river crossings. The herds gather at the banks of rivers like the Grumeti and the Mara. They are hesitant, nervous, knowing that danger lurks in the water below. The pressure builds from the thousands of animals behind them until, finally, one brave or desperate individual makes the leap. Then, chaos ensues. A torrent of bodies plunges into the river, a frantic, desperate scramble to reach the other side. This is where the great Nile crocodiles lie in wait, seizing their opportunity in the churning water. It is a raw and brutal spectacle of survival. This journey is fraught with danger, yet it is essential for the survival of the herds and the health of the entire ecosystem. As they travel, the wildebeest graze the grasses, which encourages new growth. Their droppings fertilize the soil. They are the lifeblood of the plains, providing food for the predators that follow them every step of the way. The Great Migration is a perfect illustration of the interconnectedness of life on the savanna. It is a timeless, epic drama of birth, death, and renewal, a powerful reminder of the enduring and unstoppable forces of nature. When we think of Africa, we often think of the sights, but the sounds are just as powerful. If you close your eyes and simply listen, the savanna comes alive in a completely different way. It is a rich and complex symphony that changes throughout the day and night. During the day, you might hear the gentle cooing of a Cape turtle dove, a sound that seems to embody the peace and warmth of the African sun, or the cheerful bubbling calls of guinea fowl as they scurry through the undergrowth. These are the gentle background melodies of the bush. As dusk begins to fall, the orchestra changes. The day shift ends, and the night shift begins. The first sound you might hear is the strange, almost human-like whoop of a spotted hyena, a call that carries for miles in the cooling air. It is an eerie and exciting sound, a signal that the hunters of the night are beginning to stir. Then, perhaps the soft, rasping cough of a leopard on the prowl, a sound so subtle you might almost miss it. Every sound has a meaning, a story to tell about the secret lives of the animals that emerge after dark. The true king of the nighttime symphony is, of course, the lion. Its roar, starting as a low moan and building to a series of deep, thundering roars, is the soul of Africa. It is a sound of absolute authority that silences everything else for a moment, but the night is also filled with smaller voices. The chirping of crickets and the croaking of frogs near a waterhole create a constant rhythmic backdrop. The strange call of a nightjar, a bird that sounds like a tiny engine, adds another layer to the complex soundscape. Listening to this nocturnal chorus is a deeply magical experience. These sounds do more than just entertain. They connect you to the wilderness in a profound way. They create a sense of peace and of being part of something ancient and immense. Lying in your tent at night, listening to the distant roar of a lion or the call of a hyena, you feel the true pulse of Africa. It is a reminder that even when you cannot see them, life is all around you, unfolding in the darkness. The sounds of the wild are a lullaby and an adventure all at once, a soundtrack that will stay with you long after you have left this incredible continent. As our journey comes to an end, we are left with memories that feel more like dreams. We have seen the incredible power of a lion, the gentle wisdom of an elephant, and the breathtaking scale of the Great Migration. We have stood in awe of the endless plains of the Serengeti, the dense bush of Kruger, and the stark white beauty of Etosha. We have felt the warmth of the African sun, and listened to the symphony of the wild that plays on long after the sun goes down. This is a world that captures the imagination and touches the soul in a way that few places on Earth can. Africa's wilderness is a precious treasure. It is a living library of natural history, a place where we can still witness the timeless dance of predator and prey. These animals and their habitats face many challenges, and it is our shared responsibility to protect them. The experience of being here is a powerful reminder of what we stand to lose. It inspires a deep sense of connection to the natural world and a desire to ensure that these magnificent creatures will continue to roam these ancient lands for many centuries to come. Their survival is a measure of our own humanity. The spirit of Africa is one of resilience, beauty, and untamed freedom. It is in the patient gaze of a leopard, the joyful play of an elephant calf, and the unyielding determination of a wildebeest on its long journey. It is a spirit that invites us to look beyond our own busy lives and appreciate the simple, profound wonders of the natural world. It teaches us about balance, about community, and about the intricate connections that link all living things. It is a lesson in humility, and a celebration of life in its purest form. So, I invite you to keep this wild heart of Africa in your thoughts. Whether you visit in person or through a camera lens, let its beauty inspire you. Let the image of a giraffe against a setting sun or the sound of a lion's roar in the night remind you of the magic that still exists in our world. The true beauty of Africa's wilderness is not just in what you see or hear, but in how it makes you feel, small in the face of its vastness, yet deeply connected to the great, beautiful, and enduring story of life on our planet.